Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will learn how we can call an OIC integration through VBCS. I have already created the integration and the integration is exposed as the REST service. In this integration, we are doing the write activity onto the database. So there is a table called AI person in our PaaS database. This is the table definition. So it has 4 columns: ID, name, age and email ID. So this integration basically writes the data into this table. In this video I am not explaining how I have created this integration. If you want to know it, please write in the comment section so that I'll make a separate video for it. I'll just show you the input payload. So it requires 3 fields to be provided. One is the name, the other is the age and the email ID. So this is our integration and this is our payload. Now coming to the VBCS application, so you need to call the service. So I'll just click on service connection. Now click on new service connection. Now click on select from the catalog. As my integration is on the same instance, I can just go on the integration application and it will list down all the integrations that are there. Okay, and when you create the integration and do not specify the package, it is created in the default package. So I'll go into the default package and my integration name is create employee post integration. So this is that integration. It takes some time to load. So you just need to select this service connection, then click on create. The service connection will be created now. So yeah, service connection is created. We can check it also. We'll go to the endpoint. This is the post. We can test it. So I'll be passing this sample payload. We'll just send the request and see we got the status as record inserted. Let's query a table and see. Yeah, so the record is inserted and our integration is working fine and the service connection is also successful. So now we'll come to web application. I will start creating an application. I'll give the name as entry portal. So first we'll define the type and the type will be based on the integration REST call. So I'll just click on type, click from the endpoint. We'll select our endpoint here. Click on next. You can give the name whatever you want. Now select everything in the request and click on finish. Now our endpoint is created. Now our type is created. Now we'll go to variables and we'll create variables based on this type. Click on new variable. And in the type, just select the type which we created now. See, all the variables are created on itself. Now come to the page designer. So we need 3 fields. Two are varchar and one is number. So we will drop 2 input text. I'll just change the label as name and email ID. Now we had one number field, so we'll drop number now, and similarly we'll change the label to age here. Now coming to the input text field, click on the name field. Now we'll specify the variables to be allocated here. Click on data, go to value, now just select the name variable here. See, variable dot entry var dot name is selected. Similarly do for email ID and age. Now we'll drop a button component. So on the click on this button, the insert action will take place, or the call of the integration will take place. So I'll just change the text to submit. Okay, now come to events. We'll call our endpoint for the post operation. Here in the action chain, call the REST endpoint, go to the endpoints, specify the endpoint here, now we need to map the parameters. We'll be mapping the body here. We'll map the body with the variable which we created. And just click on save. So till now we have first defined the type from the end URL or the endpoint connection. Then we use that type to define the variables. Then we have assigned those variables to the different fields and on a page. And now we are specifying the chain action on the save button or the submit button. So we are done with the REST call. Now here on the successful call, we'll generate a message. For that I'll just drop the fire notification. So in the message I'll put record inserted. In the message I'll put success, and the notification type I'll make it as info. Now once the REST call is successful and we get the success message, we want the fields to be initialized to null. So for that, we'll be dropping the REST variable component. The REST variable component will clear the variables and no value will be initialized there. I'll just click on this. So you need to specify what variables to reset. So basically what we are doing, so once we are done with populating the fields and clicking on the submit button, after the successful call, we want those variables to become empty again so that it can take the new values. So I want the age to be reset, I want the email to be reset, and similarly I want the name to be reset. So now we'll try to run this page. So I'll give the name as Raj Mehta, email ID raj.mehta@gmail.com, age I'll give 45, and I'll click on the submit button. So we get our message as record inserted, success, information, and see the values which we provided is no longer here, so that we can proceed with the another entry. I'll just do another entry and show you. Now we'll query our table. So our records are successfully inserted. Hope you would have liked this video. If you have liked my video, please share it with your friends and please subscribe my channel. Thank you.